to start an Airbnb business. This video is about how to start an Airbnb business, based on my own experiences over the past several years. People who want to start an Airbnb business need guidance on how to get started. They find themselves either paralyzed with indecision and overcomplicating the process, or they are looking for a way to speed up their efforts while also minimizing risk. The problem is that all of these people are looking for their own answers. They spend hours, or sometimes days, reading Airbnb articles, watching videos, scrolling through forum posts, and reading blog posts. Should you build it yourself or rent it out? How much should you charge? What company should you use? Should you buy the property outright or find a partner? Unsure what to do? No need to worry. I got you covered. I've worked on over 100 properties and have experienced every aspect of this industry. So I'll show you how it's done. Let's get started. In this video, I'll share with you 2 important steps that you can take in order to start your own Airbnb business. But before I start, please make sure you watch this video until the end, and do not skip any part so that you don't miss out on valuable information that could potentially change your life. Also, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. When I first started out in real estate investment, I did a lot of wholesaling before moving on to fixing and flipping. Then I acquired rental homes. I was eventually able to acquire enough rental properties with enough rental income to be able to quit my job. It was fantastic. I did, however, have a large number of properties and long-term renters. That was the business I ran, and it was profitable for me. However, it was my friend's 20-year-old son who changed my life one day. He literally referred me to Airbnb. He urged me to put up $5,000 so he could rent out some units on Airbnb. So I agreed and gave him $5,000. I was surprised when he told me he was planning to furnish units and rent them out on Airbnb for more than 3 times what I was making. To be honest, I was skeptical at first and didn't believe him. But I was incorrect. After 2 months, he was generating between $1,000 and $1,500 per month on each unit. He had 4. It blew my mind. I was sold. I eventually realized that I could switch my portfolio from long-term rentals to short-term rentals and generate even more money every month. Apart from that, I didn't have to own all of the properties to make money on them. Boom! It's life-changing. This revealed to me how many people use Airbnb and how profitable renting your property on a nightly basis versus monthly might be. After a brief research, I found that all rental homes had mortgages on them. So, if the mortgage was $800, I had a tenant paying $1,000 to $1,100 per month. I was making $300 or $400 a month. Again, I'm rounding. But with Airbnb and short-term rentals, I realized I could rent apartments for $120 per night instead of $1,000 per month. Consider that for a moment, even if I don't rent it for 30 days. Say I only rented 3 weeks a year. 21 days by $120 minus mortgage. My rental income was over $2,000 per month, especially now that I figured out how to increase my occupancy rates. Also, that 20-year-old boy taught me something new. He showed me how to rent houses without owning them and list them on Airbnb. I'll show you later in this video how to do it. Real quick, if you guys are enjoying this video, which I put a lot of time and energy into, I would really appreciate it if you guys tap the like button and make sure you subscribe with notification on. And if we get 2,000 likes on this video, I'll drop a brand new video next week about the same topic. Now, let's get back to the video. So now that you have a fundamental understanding of how to establish an Airbnb business, to start an Airbnb business, you'll need a property. Step number 1, owning or renting a property. You don't have to own a home to list it on Airbnb. Of course, you'll need the owner's permission, and you must follow all local laws. Look them up. Sorry, I don't know every city. And yes, it is illegal in certain cities, but it's legal in most states. So make sure you follow your local rules. Airbnb allows almost any property type. I used to think you had to own a beachfront home, but that's not true. I now have Airbnb in Atlanta and Charlotte. We have these in almost every city in Florida, you know. I've even done Airbnb in unexpected places like Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Indiana. In almost every state in the United States. Because so many people are looking for Airbnb and leaving hotels. Airbnb allows guests to stay in luxurious houses with large rooms. Families may bring their entire families and not be confined to a hotel room. A hotel room costs nearly the same as an Airbnb. So, think for a moment. Do you prefer a tiny hotel room or an entire home, apartment, or condo? It's simple to understand why Airbnb is so popular. So, how do you get the property to rent? Let's get started on getting your first Airbnb property. You can even take your own property. If you own a property, you can turn it into an Airbnb. If you own a home and want to test this out, starting with your own property is a great way to do it. Let's discuss how to lawfully rent a property if you don't own it. There is a way to lease a home that you do not own and yet list it on Airbnb. Before I tell you about this leasing process, comment down below. I am from AKA, your country. In that way, I will know exactly where you're from. So in the future, I can make sure that every single video I release is meant for you. So drop your country's name in the comments down below. And make sure to watch this video until the end. And do not skip any part so that you won't miss out on those important tips. Now, let's get back to the video. How to lease a home. Let's start with what you'll have to do before getting to the property. You will need to establish a legitimate business. Go ahead and name your company. Create an LLC or a C corporation. Register it with a state where you want to lease a property. Obtain a professional phone number, an EIN number, and a professional website. In essence, create a business on paper. This will allow you to take advantage of a loophole known as corporate leasing. And it is where apartment complexes or private landlords will rent the property to your business, and then you can bring those properties and your company's properties together, and then you can rent them out to your Airbnb guests. Of course, there are certain places that will not allow you to list them on Airbnb. However, if you own a business, it is much simpler to have that talk with them. And we persuaded a variety of property owners to let us utilize and profit from their properties. You may give them things like guaranteeing the rent or splitting the profits with them. If you need assistance deciding what to say and how to say it, please let me know in the comments section below, and I will make a new video clarifying everything. Here is the important part. If you start an Airbnb business, make sure you set it up legally. Very important. This will safeguard you and provide you with insurance if something goes wrong. Now that you have your properties and are ready to go, let's talk about how you want to use them. That's where step number 2 comes in. Step number 2. List the properties on Airbnb. Here's the amazing thing. You can list properties on Airbnb for free. Setting up a host account in Airbnb is easy. Go ahead and set up a profile on Airbnb as host. You will be the person who rents out your home. In the beginning, you don't even need to own a home. The first thing you need to do is go inside the Airbnb platform. Step by step, they'll show you how to list your home. They'll give you ideas on how much to list your house for. Put your calendar out there. You can connect it to your phone. And you can run your whole Airbnb business from your phone. You need to make sure you have someone who can clean your homes and do minor repairs in case something goes wrong. Another great thing about Airbnb is that they have insurance. I know some of you are thinking, what if someone comes and just wrecks the place? You know, Airbnb actually makes a ton of money and they have million-dollar policies. So for example, if someone came and they stole something, or they broke your furniture, or they did something terrible, you literally can file a claim with Airbnb, and they will reimburse. It's very similar to an insurance claim. They have a lot of information about it on their website. Please give it a thumbs up and share your opinions in the comment section. I would love to hear them. That being said, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Now, if you want to watch more videos like this, then you need to watch this video right here. This video is one of the best on this channel.